So, good morning, good morning. Let's settle down into our seat, first of all, before we do anything. So, this morning's practice will be a restorative practice with one restorative posture. Depending on the time, we'll move into a Yoga Nidra, but I don't want to shoehorn too much in. I want to keep this kind of quite relaxed. It makes it more beneficial for you guys. So before we start, let's just arrive into our bodies, arrive into this practice. So come into your seated position, sit nice and tall, shift the flesh out from the buttock bones, rest the hand to the lap. Let the spine lengthen nice and tall, drop the eyes closed, relax the shoulders, relax the belly. And just take a long but gentle, deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, exhale through the mouth. So we're just settling at the moment for those that just arrived also. So taking a deep breath in and long exhale. Final time, deep breath in through the nose. And long exhale. Just pause for a moment here. Arriving and settling into your body. And then we'll join the palms of the hands together, coming into the heart space. And then slowly releasing the head towards the heart. Just making that connection to the heart space, to the wisdom in the heart. And then releasing the hands down, raising the head and reopening the eyes. So just a quick recap, today's practice is restorative with a Yoga Nidra at the end, hopefully. So let's get ourselves set up and then I'll kind of sort of talk to you guys because I think the setup can take a little while. So grab what you can. If you've got a couple of cushions from your sofa, grab those. If you've got a firm pillow, like I mentioned in my email yesterday, fab. If not, don't panic. Okay, so if you happen to have a bolster or a firm pillow, lay it along your mat. If you don't bother, you don't need it. You just rest on the yoga mat. You bring yourself to the edge. You're not sitting on it. You're sitting with your sacrum against it. And then we want to grab our cushions or our blocks. Our blocks or our cushions go either side of us, either side of our thighs. And then what we do here is we mindfully lay ourselves back. So you come onto your back and the soles of the feet come together. You squash the pillows underneath or the blocks underneath your thighs to support your thighs. You want to make sure the back of the neck is nice and long. Sometimes a little thin blanket can be quite nice underneath the back of the head. If you don't have that, don't worry. But just make sure that if you are on your bolster or a pillow, your head is supported and it's not rolling off the back. You want your chin tucked in. You can't see, but you want to make sure that your sacrum is on the floor, okay? Your bum is on the floor. You're not floating anywhere. You can place a blanket over you. So the feet are together, bum to the floor. You've laid out. You can arrange your arms perhaps in a Shavasana style. So this posture is called Supta Baddha Konasana. And it's a beautiful restorative posture. So make any arrangements that you need to do. Make sure you're not bunched up on the back body. Everything is allowed to open. The hips, the shoulders, the arms are relaxed. If you brought an eye mask with you, or if you have one, or you can place a blanket over your eyes, that can be quite nice also, just to cool and calm the optic nerves. So just making yourself as comfortable as you can with what you have today. And remember, you and the impact that it has on the body and mind. Restorative asana means just that. You are going to restore, you're going to rest, and the less you do, the better. So for those that have just joined now, we've come into a restorative position. If you have the bits and pieces that you can see on camera that I sent in an email yesterday, then a couple of cushions from your sofa. If you have a bolster or a firm pillow, great. If you don't, please don't worry. You'll lie back onto your bolster or the floor. You make sure your head is fully supported, feet together, slot 2 blocks, one underneath either thigh, or use pillows from your bed or your cushion covers. You lay your arms out. You let your eyes close. You can cover yourself in a blanket. You can place an eye mask on also. So as I was saying, restorative asana literally means just that. It means you're going to restore, rest, and the less that you do is better. And I think by just having one restorative asana in your toolkit can have such an incredible impact onto your physical and mental health. It's a beautiful, beautiful way to calm the nervous system, calms the hormonal system. It replenishes the body, it replenishes the nervous system, especially if you're suffering a bit from fatigue or just really tired at the moment. And so it's a great way to boost the energy also. So hopefully everybody's settled down now. You can let your eyes softly close and you can take a long but gentle deep breath in. And as you exhale, exhale and just let everything go. Relax through the corners of your eyes, corners of your mouth, the inner palate of the mouth, the tongue, the jaw. Let your shoulders release. Shoulders away from the ears, releasing. If you're over a bolster or over a pillow, then really allow your heart space and your chest to open. Let the shoulders roll away. Let the arms completely surrender. Hands, fingers, thumbs relaxed. Breathe in and breathe out. Because of the arrangement of the legs with the feet together and the knees releasing out to the side, we get this wonderful, you're probably feeling it, this wonderful opening in the lower abdomen, the hips, the pelvis, and the inner thighs. So if you can, send a couple of breaths right down into the well of your pelvis, or at least bring your awareness there. We can hold a lot of tension and tightness in our hips and in this area in general. It could be situational. It could be due to what you do on a daily basis that you're tight in this area. We can also hold a lot of emotion in the hips, And also it can be generational. If you're slightly tighter in the hips, it could have been passed down to you. So here in this beautiful position, just allowing the whole body to surrender. And just meet the flow of the breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Let your whole body soften, relax. Allow yourself to be here, to be still. Just following the breath. And let's bring our awareness to the pathway of the breath. And just gently start to very subtly deepen and lengthen your breath without forcing. Consciously aware of each breath that you are taking. And then we're going to introduce the practice of 3-part breath, but on the inhalation only. So staying with the established pathway of the breath. You introduce this when you feel ready to do so. But on the inhalation, we are going to breathe in to the belly. Then let the breath rise up, breathe into the rib cage. And then finally breathe into the chest as the breath rises up. And then you take one long exhalation. The breath is smooth as you breathe in. You're not sniffing the breath in. You're feeling the breath rise from the belly, rising up into the rib cage, rising up into the chest, and the flow of the exhalation just happens naturally. So it's a smooth, consistent flow of the breath. You breathe in, the breath rises into the belly, to your rib cage, to your chest. You exhale. Process starts whenever you're ready. Stay nice and relaxed. And just begin your 3-part breath. Breathing into the belly, into the rib cage, into the chest, and exhaling fully. This is a nostril breathing practice. Practicing it for 5 minutes. Feel free to break at any time and reset yourself. But if you can, stay with the practice, stay relaxed, and breathe. Breath smooth and steady. Let the breath rise up through the body. Relax the jaw, shoulders. Meet the openness of the hips, pelvis. Mind wanders. Come back to your breath. If you need to restart, restart. Otherwise, continuing for another minute or so. Allowing the breath to rise up through the body, from navel to rib cage to chest. Let the exhalations just wash down through the body, releasing any tension, any tightness. You're fully relaxed, at ease. Make this your last round if you're still practicing 3-part breath. And then at the end of the exhalation, just let the practice go. Let the breath resettle. Just simply breathe. Breathe into the body. Send the breath down into the pelvis, into the hips, lower back, abdomen. Bringing ease and space and openness. Connecting to that rest and digest mode, where we tap into the parasympathetic nervous system, bringing balance into the body, bringing peace into the body. For the final few moments, so see if you can soften, relax just that little bit more. So now we'll gently release from this position. You slide your hands to the outside of your thighs, and then you use your hands to lift your knees back up if you're still in Baddha Konasana. You just gently shift whatever you have away so you are free. If you're on a bolster, on a cushion, or on a pillow, then roll off. Don't sort of sit up, just roll yourself off mindfully. Move what you have out of the way. We're going to stay on our backs. So just give the legs a little hug inwards, a gentle sway from side to side. And then we'll rearrange ourselves for Yoga Nidra, which is yogic sleep. It's basically an element of a guided meditation. You do nothing, you rest, you listen. So you want to be warm. If you want to pop a blanket over you, lay out in Shavasana, or pop the bolster or cushions underneath the backs of the knees if you need a little support for your lower back. But just arranging yourself in rest. You want to be as comfortable as you can be. And of course, just take any movements that you need to stretch out a little. So just laying yourself down. Cover the eyes if you have an eye cover. If not, that's fine. And we'll begin our practice of Yoga Nidra. So take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel yourself settle and let go. Now is the time to make any final adjustments you need to so you can be still for this Yoga Nidra practice. Make sure you are completely comfortable and can completely surrender all doing. Know that you can move whenever you need to, but make sure you are so comfortable that you have absolutely no desire to move. Begin to feel the stillness. Rest in that stillness. Become aware of distant sounds. Allow your sense of hearing to expand out, receiving all sounds effortlessly, but without analysis. Simply receiving with effortless awareness. Now bring your hearing into the room, receiving sounds within the room. Listen for the soft sound of your own body breathing. Feel the body resting. Do nothing. No need for concentration, just effortless awareness. Say to yourself mentally, I am going to practice Yoga Nidra. I will remain awake and aware. Yoga Nidra has now begun. With a focus on shifting into the spring season, know that the spring is arriving. Feel that spring is arriving. All of nature is waking up, rested and renewed, ready to spring forth in beautiful new ways. Sunshine is making a glorious reappearance. Plants are sprouting up. Birds' eggs hatching. All of life is new. And you can emerge in a radiant new form too, re-energized and fresh. The season of rest is ending. The season of rebirth is arising. Without any fear, allowing yourself to imagine change for yourself. Leave behind any old ideas or behaviors that feel heavy. What will you leave behind? What will you leave behind? You're allowing space for your own metamorphosis, knowing that it's perfectly natural to follow the rhythm of change right now. Embracing the potential in change, opportunity for new experiences, new perspectives, new learning, and new growth. Picture yourself being reborn, reinvented. What will it look like, sound like, feel like? Allow your heart to lead the way and feel into it. Know that your heart's desires will be amplified by the energy of the spring season. It is the ideal season to renew momentum. Setting an intention for spring, say to yourself mentally now, I shift beautifully into the season of rebirth. I shift beautifully into the season of rebirth. I shift beautifully into the season of rebirth. Now, taking a trip through the body, witnessing with curiosity and effortless awareness, allow the mind to hop from one body part to the next. No need to think, just awareness. Awareness of any sensations, thoughts, or feelings that might arrive, but without attachment. Simply noticing and moving freely on. Bring awareness to the point between the eyebrows. The point between the eyebrows. To the hollow of the throat. The right shoulder. The right elbow. Down to the middle of the right wrist. The right thumb. The tip of the index finger. Tip of the middle finger. Tip of the ring finger. Tip of the little finger. Back up to the right wrist, the elbow, the shoulder, the hollow of the throat, sweeping awareness over to the left shoulder, down to the left elbow, the middle of the left wrist, the left thumb, tip of the index finger, tip of the middle finger, ring finger, little finger, back up to the left wrist, the elbow, the shoulder, the hollow of the throat, to the heart center. Right side of the chest, the heart center. Left side of the chest, the heart center. Down to the navel center, tip of your tailbone, right hip joint, right knee joint, ankle joint, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, baby toe. Back up to the right ankle joint, knee joint, hip joint, tip of the tailbone, sweeping awareness to the left hip joint, left knee joint, ankle joint, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, tip of the baby toe, back up to the left ankle, knee joint, hip joint, tip of the tailbone, navel center, heart center, hollow of the throat, the eyebrow center, eyebrow center, eyebrow center. Breath awareness. Now become aware of the chest. Notice the body breathing itself. The chest gently rises and falls with each breath. Nothing for you to do, simply witnessing. Now bring your awareness to the nostrils. Without making any change to the breath, feel that the breath is coming in from far away in two separate streams through the nostrils. Two streams coming in through the nostrils and meeting at the point between the eyebrows. Two streams coming in from afar through the nostrils to meet at the point between the eyebrows, the third eye. Keep breathing in this way, two streams from afar meeting at the point between the eyebrows, the eye of intuition. Feel the third eye center with each breath. This is the center for intuitive knowing. As you bring awareness to the third eye, you bring energy and prana. Where the awareness goes, energy flows. Continue to breathe in this way, counting down from 16 to 1. Inhale to the third eye, 16. Exhale, 15. Inhale to the third eye, 14. Exhale, 13. And so on down to 1. If you lose track, start again. If you finish, start again. Now let go of the count. It doesn't matter what number you got to or if you lost track. Letting go of the counting. Just let the count go. Now, symbols and visualization. Beginning the process of allowing the subconscious mind to open and creatively to flow forth. A series of symbols will be named. Images, thoughts, or feelings might arise. Continue to be the witness effortlessly, simply watching with detached awareness. A pink scarf. A pink scarf. A bowl of berries. A bowl of berries. Dusty books. Dusty books. Morning sunlight. Morning sunlight. Evergreen tree. An evergreen tree. Raindrops on a window. Raindrops on a window. Fluffy mittens. Fluffy mittens. Railway track. A railway track. Red bricks. Red bricks. Blue sky. Blue sky. Blue sky. Now is the perfect time to repeat your spring intention again. If you repeat it with feeling and awareness now, it cannot fail. Say to yourself mentally, I shift beautifully into the season of rebirth. I shift beautifully into the season of rebirth. I shift beautifully into the season of rebirth. Know that your intention has been received deep in your being and is already manifesting. Take a moment to feel the joy of your intention manifested. Become aware of your breath, your body resting, breathing itself. Listen for the sound of your body breathing. Feel the sensation of your body breathing. Start to externalize your awareness. Become aware of the room you're in, the floor, walls, ceiling. Listen for sounds within the room. Know that the practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to an end. Develop awareness of your body and the place you're in. Feel your awareness coming back into the body. Yoga Nidra is now complete. Begin gentle movements in the body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Make any gentle movements with the body that feel good. Now make any larger movements. Move your feet, your legs, your hands. Move all the body parts that are calling to you. And if you're lying down, when you're ready, roll to your right hand side. Make sure the head is supported by the upper arm. Take a couple of breaths. And then when you're ready, no rush, come up to a seated position. Closing the eyes or making sure that the eyes are away from the screen. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Say to yourself mentally one more time, I shift beautifully into the season of rebirth. This practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. And I look forward to seeing you soon if you're still with me. Practice is at 7:30 tomorrow morning. Lots of love. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, thank you, thank you.